Good morning, guys! Did you forget your sunscreen again today? For shame. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of this vanilla survival series that doesn't have a title. I think I'm just going to continue to say that because I don't know, maybe that's the title. It doesn't have a title. And in this video, we're just going to be doing more of what we've been doing, just a lot of building. I'm hoping to get into more of the fun stuff like the nether and stuff eventually, but I kind of want to get some of these things built and out of the way first. I do have some cool plans for that kind of stuff later on, and I want to make sure— whoa, my bad. I should not be walking around the edge and talking at the same time. I want to make sure I have some things built up because I want to make everything kind of give it a special place to be located instead of just like building it in a random location, if that makes sense. But first thing I'm going to do here is we're going to finish off this floor that you guys were helping me with. I asked for suggestions for what color glass we should put on here, and you guys suggested gray or light gray, and I think the gray is going to look just fine, so that is what we're going to go with. It doesn't really change the color too much, so it looks pretty good. So I have a whole bunch of glass with me, and we're gonna fill this in real quick, but this is not going to be what we're going to be working on today. I just wanted to get this floor out of the way first, and then we can work on our main project today, which is just gonna be some aesthetic building for our farm, which we don't really have a farm yet. We just have some animals and pens, but you get the idea. So that is what I have planned for most of this episode, but for now, we're going to finish up this floor real quick. I think I have enough sand or glass. I hope so. I did find a nearby desert, which was nice. Not too far away. But I hope I have enough of this glass. I did just place down like 4 full stacks, and I haven't even covered a quarter of this. So I do have some glass here. Let's go ahead and make all I have here. And I do have more glass I can make, but we'll see how far I can get with this. As I continue to fill this in though, I figured I might as well just tell you what this building is, because I know up to this point I've pretty much not really said much about it other than that it's going to be this large round building. But what it's really going to be is kind of like a focal point for just this area that I'm building up. I'm not necessarily building up a village or anything, but this is going to be like the central building, as it were. And in the center of this giant room, we're going to have a map of our world. Of course, I don't know how big the map is going to actually expand. I don't know how big I want to make it, but the idea of this room is it will be our map room. And then from this building, I can possibly branch off of it and make other rooms connected to it. I don't know how far I'd actually take it, but that was just one of the ideas that went through my head. Okay, I finally finished the floor. That took a lot longer than I expected it to because I actually had to go out and get more materials. It actually took me about an hour or more just to finish this floor from where I left off. But I think it was worth it. I think it looks really good. Yep, I'm really pleased with it. And I think I'm ready to go start working on something else. What I ended up doing for all of these skylights is I ended up just doing like one trapdoor on top. The reason I wanted it there was in case I wanted to just have fun and fall down in these holes. But it was looking really bad to have the whole thing filled with trapdoors, so I opted for just one trapdoor, and I think it looks fine. And you can't really notice from a distance because this floor is so big. There's still a lot more to go for this building, but so far, this is a great start. And now let's get on to what we are actually going to be building in this episode, and that's over here, some stables or barns or whatever you want to call it. Not stables because we don't have horses yet, but you get the idea. I kind of sort of mapped out an area that I want to do it with a basic shape in mind. That's all I have though, it's just in my head. So I actually want it to be almost like a corner type building. It's going to have a straight edge there, a diagonal here, and then another straight edge there. Not sure how it's going to look, but at least I kind of have a shape down. So the next step I think I want to do is actually make an outline of the whole shape to kind of help me visualize it just a little bit more. I just put these blocks down. They weren't actually measured or anything. They were just like placed to kind of help me get an idea of how big it was going to be. But now that I can start working on it, let me figure this shape out. Alright, so I got the basic layout done in cobblestone. Now that's not going to be an actual block I use in the building itself, I don't think. What I'm thinking about using right now is at least some white concrete powder and andesite. I might mix in some cobblestone, but we'll see. It might be just for like corners or for decoration. But I think those are the blocks I'm going to try to build with, and if I need some browns to mix in, I have some dark oak to mix in as well. So I have the basic shape down, but I feel like I should kind of map out maybe the height of the walls at least. I need to at least get one wall figured out, and then I can probably just duplicate that. That might be the best way for me to do this instead of just trying to do it all at once. I need to figure out if I actually want to use the wood in the walls or just use it for the roof. I'm thinking I want to keep the entire wall just stone if I can. So if I were to do this on the corners, I might add some stairs to this later. And if I were to take the andesite, and I'm just going around what I have laid out here, let's destroy these ones. I probably do want this corner to be a window, so it's probably going to be open. And if it is going to be open, I will want it to just stay like that. This part of the building is going to be elevated just a little bit so that when you come around, you're going to have to look up at it. And then maybe over there, it's going to be more ground level. It's probably going to be, yeah, dug down to ground level, but this side of the building will be a little bit higher. So it's going to be it's going to be quite a challenge to get this building constructed, but I think it will look good when it is completely done. So I need to figure this part out. If I want to do just the base and andesite and then stack the white concrete on top, how would this look? Could even do windows. I guess something else I really should be thinking about for this section is how the roof is going to go, because if this is an even number from this point to that corner, then that would make roof building much more difficult. So before I go any further, let me figure out from this pillar right here, let's see how many blocks it is to that one. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, that's perfect. Or did I count that right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. That is actually the perfect length right there. So let me mark this on the other side. If the trees would just get out of my way for 1 second, that would be great. Now let me make sure this wall is odd too before I go any further. We've got 9 blocks here, well actually 10 blocks here, so this whole wall does need to move out at least one more to make it work well, because it's going to work so much better for us if we have an odd number for all of our roofs. I always have to think ahead about how the roof is going to be shaped, because honestly the roof can make or break a build, so gotta kind of plan around that for everything you build. What did I tell you about wearing your sunscreen? Remember it next time. Okay, so far this is looking good. I did raise it up 1 block on this side because I realized it wasn't quite as high as I was wanting. Okay, now that I have the walls of this corner kind of laid out, I think what I should do next is try to figure out how the roof is gonna go. I should probably go grab some dirt to do this. And once again, we're back to my least favorite part of building, is trying to figure out these roof shapes and mapping them out. It's because it's impossible to see what I'm doing from up here. We'll get it, we'll figure it out. I wanted this to kind of resemble the roof shape we did in our house, and wow, we're actually pretty high up. Maybe it shouldn't be this high, but we'll see how that's looking. I need to jump down here real quick and grab these blocks, see if we have this centered. I think 1 more block over would be the center, but that's not a terrible shape. The hard part is going to be making it look the same from every side of this building, because it's pretty big and it's got lots of different lengths going on. All the walls are different lengths, so it's kind of weird. I don't know. We'll finish this one at least and see how it's looking. Okay, well I did get that side looking somewhat decent. At least we'll try it out. But over here, I have another illager patrol staring me down. Now I'm very intimidated to try working on this side. You guys just need to leave me alone. Seriously. These guys come up way more often than I thought they would. I don't know why they thought it would be a good idea to have them spawn like every 10 minutes, but they do, and it's really hard to get anything done when you guys are staring me down with your crossbows. Just stop it. If I try to make this look like that, it's not going to be exactly like that. It's actually going to be a little bit wider. Goodness, every time I turn around, they're just going to be there staring at me. I'm doing it in cobblestone now just to kind of help me get a better feel for it. I don't know if I'm going to replace it later because I'm thinking about doing the roofs in wood, but this part still might be stone, so it might be okay to keep it like this. Actually, this one should go a couple over because we don't want this to stick out too far. And I need to know where the center is on this one. I think it's this point. Oh no, it's that next one over. So this is the center point right here. Okay, whoops. I'm blocking myself off here. Trying very hard not to anger these guys. I think you might have to get within a certain distance of them if I'm not mistaken, but I feel like I'm too close, but they're not firing at me. So I guess that's good. So far so good. I think it's looking okay. Now I think what I need to do for the rest of this building though is just plan out the roofs and the walls. So I might just go ahead and map the whole thing out right now. And then all we have to do is just fill in all those gaps. So I'm going to just finish the wireframing for this whole building right now. Okay, I think I got the roof pretty much laid out. Now, I would not recommend doing a roof like this if you ever attempt to build something because it's a big pain, but I think it's actually looking somewhat like it will line up. I don't know. It's going to be a big experiment. That's why I'm going to fill in the roof first and then do the walls, just because this roof is so complex. I don't know how it's going to turn out or if it even is going to turn out, but we will see, won't we? And we're going to be using all of this dark oak I have. I think we should have enough. I'm going to make a bunch of slabs to start because I think most of this roof will be slabs, so it will look much smoother on all the weird transitions it has. I think this is going to work out for me. I'm just going to kind of trace around the entire thing first, and then we'll gradually fill it in. Despite the walls and the roof not matching up anywhere and this not really working out for me very well, I don't think it looks too bad. I got the whole thing outlined, so now I just have to basically fill in the gaps with slabs or stair variants, whatever I need to. So I'm just going to do this one corner here and then we'll see how it's looking. This corner should be the easiest one of all of them. I think it's really that part of the roof that is really messed up in the shape. So it's not going to look the greatest, but at the same time I don't know how visible it's going to be. But for this part I'm just going to kind of tier it up with slabs. We'll probably start on the corner. Yeah, we'll see how this looks. I might need to put a full block here. Let me see. Maybe not. I did take out my stone because I felt like I didn't need it anymore. It was more there to help me mark it out, but seeing it under the wood, I didn't like it as much. So I just went ahead and took it out. We'll just keep going around this. The hard part here is keeping it consistent. I sometimes question why I do this to myself. Make things way more complicated than they need to be by making these really strangely shaped buildings. And already, I don't think I'm doing this quite right. I don't want it to be rounded here. It doesn't match up perfectly, so it's going to be a little off center, but that's okay. And up here, I'm not too worried if it doesn't look the greatest. Just try and make sure the fall off is pretty natural. We should probably raise this whole section up one, at least up to this point. So now I just have to basically do the same thing that I did here everywhere else. Let me jump down and see how this is looking though. I probably left a big mess underneath it too. Actually, doesn't look too bad. I didn't mess it up too terribly. But honestly, I'm not as worried about the interior of this building as I am about the outside. So let's get a look at this. I guess it's okay. Now let's get the rest of it finished. I finally got the roof all in place. Now it doesn't look too fantastic from below, but it does look pretty good on the outside. The nice thing about these organic roofs is that no matter how many mistakes you make, you can't really tell as much because all the shapes kind of blend into each other. So It actually doesn't look too bad. Now I just have to finish the walls, so I just need to fill in all these little holes around, and that shouldn't take too long. The roof did take quite a long time, but I'm hoping to just get at least the walls done, and then we can work on the inside later because I'm honestly getting tired of building this, and I'm surprised I've gotten this much done already. Whoa, you guys, again, please. I just want to build in peace. I mean you no harm. Okay, fine. I will walk this way and I will build on this side. So let me figure out this one wall here and then we can kind of copy the pattern on the other ones. I do want to make some cobblestone slabs because I think I want to use those along the sides here to add some dimension to this. We'll just put these along here. I think that will look fine. Oops, I think... wonder if we put... What if we put a stair? I don't have a stair. I do have an andesite stair. What would that look like? Would that be too much depth? That might be too much. I don't want to make it too detailed because then it just looks sloppy. So just something simple like that. That looks good. And then I'll have to fill in this top part. I'm trying very hard not to have to walk around there because that villager patrol is right over there and I hear them. There must be like right around the corner or something. But let's see if we can get up here somehow. Oh, I see. You just want to watch me build. Maybe that's it. Fine. Watch and learn. Just don't shoot me. He is cocking his crossbow. Okay. So, change of plan. Let's go to the other side of the building and start there, since this side is obviously being taken over. And I hear some more of them. This is ridiculous. Where are you guys? So it seems like the illagers have completely taken over my building that I'm trying to make, and I can't get anywhere near it to work on it anymore because they're everywhere. I'm kind of afraid to fight them though. Goodness, leave me alone. Just leave me alone. I don't... Now he's firing at me. Great. I didn't do anything to you. You're the one who's trespassing. Leave me alone. Okay, I'm gonna call the dogs on you because you're obviously not gonna go away. So. That's what you get for trying to shoot me while I'm building. Leave me alone. I'm just trying to build in peace. Is that so much to ask? There's a skeleton in there, but he doesn't bother me as much. I couldn't really see the big picture before, but I might add the cobblestone back underneath of there. So up here, lining this edge, we're just going to use some cobblestone. I'm going to try this with a lot of stairs first of all, to see how it looks. So if I were to do, okay, actually I need to do a block there. Oh, I obviously didn't think this through when I added those. So we'll remove that one, then we'll do this, and then we'll do, oh wait, I wanted to make it go the other way. So I want this stair to go down, and then this can go up, and then we'll continue this pattern all around. Oh, I like that. That actually looks pretty good. Now the only problem with this right now is this corner here is much higher than that corner, and it's really bothering me. But that's probably something I will have to fix later. I don't know. It might just, it's a very strangely shaped building, so none of it is going to match up exactly. But I really like this pattern. It's nice and simple. It doesn't need to be complicated. And I thought I picked up all those blocks, but apparently not. If I can get up there and grab those. So now I'm just going to do the same thing on all of these other walls, and for these flatter walls I'll probably just end up doing a solid. And we'll add the cobblestone lining all around too. I've also had a problem of a lot of monsters spawning in there, and I thought I lit it up well enough, but apparently not. Don't blow up my building, please. Alright, let's see if we can sneak in here. I feel like I have to sneak into my own building without getting caught. Now I'm thinking I should just go ahead and charge in there and just take them all out, because I just want to finish my building. I don't want any more interruptions. This is getting ridiculous. There is just that one guy over there, and there's a whole group of them over there. So, where's my sword? It's almost broken, so let me make a new one just for when it breaks, because it will break. He does have a little bit of a delay, I see, when he cocks his crossbow, so that was nice. Okay, one down. How many more of them are left? 1, 2? Okay, nope, nope, nope. They're both chasing me now. Okay, there goes my sword. Okay, my dogs are helping me a little bit. Get him! Ow, ow. Yep. Did any of them drop a crossbow? Nope, none of them dropped a crossbow or anything, but at least they're gone, and at least now I can finish my building. So hopefully this won't take too much longer. Oh, another one. Better take him out. Oh, one hit and he's gone. Okay, so these guys aren't really as tough as I was thinking, but attacking them individually is much easier than attacking them in a group. Divide and conquer, that's the best strategy. I think I finally finished it, at least the walls. There are some windows in the corners that I'm going to leave open. And then this is just going to be a giant walkway that goes to the center. And I might decorate these doorways a little bit more. I wanted to try something real quick. And this is probably all I'm going to do for this building for this episode. I'm probably going to finish it next time. But I wanted to try these walls under here just to see how it would look. Oh, I actually like that. I think it adds a lot. So we'll do that on the other side. And then I think the exterior will be officially complete. Now the inside is a whole nother story. It's a very sloppy roof job, I know. I'm kind of thinking about just keeping it like that though. I don't think it's that big of a deal that it's gonna bother me. It's so dark in there that I can't even see it unless I was really, really looking. So I might just leave it. Looks a little more rustic, I guess. So that building ended up being a lot bigger than I originally thought it would be, but I do think the outcome is pretty cool. I've never made a building that looks like this before. I really like the palette and I like the shape. It's very unique, to say the least. Well, thank you all for joining me as I built this really large building that took forever to make, but I'm glad we were able to do it in one episode. I don't like splitting up stuff. We will have to do the inside, of course, some other time. But I did get a lot done, so I do feel like I accomplished something, so that's always good. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye!